got an 8-year-old child myself that just turned 8 years old, a little girl, and when I saw this appeared to be 7-year-old child that had walked through this dense forest and through some really tough terrain and some awfully poor weather conditions tonight and survived this, I mean, it's just really a miracle.
Just a remarkable story. This story even has first responders shocked about what happened. A young girl manages to survive a plane crash in Kentucky that killed everyone else on board. Now the National Transportation Safety Board is looking into exactly what happened. Gloria Riviera has more from the man whose door that girl knocked on after walking a quarter of a mile from the crash site.
Overnight, investigators still searching for answers as to what took down this family's plane that was flying from Key West to Mount Vernon Airport in Illinois. Just outside Memphis, Tennessee, air traffic control lost contact with the plane after receiving a distressed call that one of its engines had failed. Minutes later, the Piper PA-34 crashing into a remote wooded area here in Cuttawa, Kentucky. The only survivor on board, a 7-year-old girl who was able to escape on foot, walking a quarter of a mile through hilly terrain and dense woods to a nearby home.
The 7-year-old has just come out of the woods alone, scratched up. I think she was involved in a plane crash.
Larry Wilkins tells ABC News that when the young girl knocked on his door, she seemed disoriented and had a bloody nose.
About 20 minutes after 6, heard a knock on the door. Well, the dogs heard the knock on the door. And opened the door, and there's a little girl about 7 years old, bloody, had a bloody nose, legs and arms were bleeding, crying, and she told me that her parents were dead, and she'd been in a plane crash, and the plane was upside down.
She was transported to a nearby hospital miraculously with only minor injuries.
Well, I'm going to need EMS down here. This little girl, she's getting cut all over her.
Officials confirming overnight her family on board that small plane with her, her mother, father, older sister, and 14-year-old cousin, all dead by the time authorities discovered the plane's wreckage. Mourners have begun flooding the victim's Facebook page with condolences.